World's biggest TikTok star, Khaby has been detained by ICE and eventually deported from the US. According to reports, Khaby, the world's most popular TikTok personality, has been deported from the US after being detained by federal agents. An Immigration and Customs Enforcement spokesperson said that the Senegalese influencer, who has over 162 million followers on TikTok, was detained because he overstayed the terms of his visa. The 25-year-old had arrived in the US on 30th of April, and the ICE spokesperson said he was allowed to leave the country without a deportation order by a voluntary departure. Those with a deportation order on their records can be prevented from being allowed back into the US for up to a decade. Apparently, Khaby's status is a bit different from those that were getting deported. Although he was detained and forced to leave the US, it's not going to be seen as deportation, though he was forced to leave the country and he overstayed his visa. I believe he went to the US for the Met Gala and stayed over the visa time that he applied for, which at the end of the day, that was not the right thing to do. If you know that you're going to overstay, you make sure that you apply again and stay for the required amount of time before you leave. Otherwise, you leave the country. Rules are rules. And in this case, although right now the immigration situation in the US is insane and some of it really scary, at the end of the day, Khaby, according to reports, he has overstayed his stay. We're not sure if he lost track of time. Sometimes you might forget which date was your last date, but at the end of the day, he did overstay and he was detained by ICE. Some people were calling out the people that snitched on him. Apparently or allegedly, the person that snitched on him happens to be a friend of President Donald Trump's son. So there were lots of memes that were created by African content creators trying to get at or making fun of the person that snitched on him. But right is right, wrong is wrong. In this case, Khaby was wrong, and I think that's why he willingly left the country, though he was detained initially, and that made it to the news because Khaby is a big deal. He's one of the biggest influencers on TikTok, and by the way, he broke a record. He had the most followers on TikTok, and he was, as a black man, he definitely broke records and he got so many endorsements. He's a successful young man and we love that for him. In this case, he overstayed, he got detained, and now he's back to Italy because he is Senegalese Italian. Anyways, fam, let us know down below what your thoughts are about this. I'm Ongel.